Alright, well, good evening. Coming to you tonight from behind the Lowe's store in Sedalia, Missouri. I did have a viewer who wanted to see what the bunk heater was like, how it operates and all that sort of thing. So I went ahead and made my bed. It's my first night out, so I hadn't put any sheets back on the bunk or anything like that, so I just got done doing that. But anyway, in just a second I'll flip this around so you can see what's happening. Alright, so here's my bunk. The actual heater for this, it might be a little dark in here, but there's a lever right under here, under my bunk. If I pull that and lift up the bunk, and then you can see my storage underneath here. And it's going to be dark because it's night out here, but I don't know if you can tell over here I've got some tools, an air hose, oil, fire extinguisher, and I've got a duffel bag here. Hold on, let me get my flashlight. We'll just improvise here. There we go. So here's my duffel bag. I got a fan laying in there, some extra clothes, and over on my other side compartment I got my emergency triangles, a bunch of straps and that. But this underneath here, this long black metal guard, underneath there is where the heater is, and it burns diesel fuel. And then here is the vent where it blows the heat out of, and that will warm up the whole truck. Usually if you close this the curtain here that is kind of halfway right behind the seat of the driver, it splits the cabin. If you pull that curtain, it'll heat the whole back really nice and toasty really quickly. Alright, so we'll close the bunk down. So that's where it is and where it comes out down there. Now, over here, you can see is where the controller is. Now the controller right now is saying it's 68 degrees in here. I just shut off the truck about 5 minutes ago, and it was pretty toasty, but we don't really want it to get very cool. What you have, it's hard to do this with one hand here. There we go. So here you have an up arrow. Here you have a down arrow. And here's the temperature indicator when it's not running. Now if you want to set the thermostat, you can see it set on 76. That seems hot, but it doesn't. That's just when it kicks on. It kind of chills down. But if you press and hold the buttons, you can see it moves down. And my display is a little bit broken on that right hand number, so it doesn't show 100% correctly. But anyway, you can set the temperature for the thermostat. There's also a fan control if you want to kick up the fan or turn it down or whatever on this left side. But to turn on the heater, right here is the switch. All you do is push it, It's either on or off. And when that green light comes on like that, that means it's on. Now it takes a few minutes. What it'll do is it will go ahead and start heating up an element that will ignite that diesel fuel, and it'll burn inside there, and then the fan will start to turn and start blowing that out. Initially it takes it a little bit of a minute to get up to high speed, and it'll blow high speed until it reaches the set temperature, and then it'll kick down to a low speed constantly for as long as you have that heater turned on. And you can adjust the temperature on the fly. So I don't know if we'll be able to hear it. You can usually hear it when it starts winding up. I'll move it down here. You can hear the fan starting. There's also kind of a rumble, and anyway, it's on its initial start cycle, and that's really all there is to it. It will just stay on the rest of the night and keep the truck warm. You lose a lot of heat out of the windows and the side panels. It's not very efficient if you wouldn't want to put this heater in your house unless it was really well insulated. And the truck is insulated okay, but it's not like it is a house. So you lose a lot of heat through the side, and if you would press your hand against the sides of the bunk, you can feel the cold coming through it. So that's why I have it set at 76, because it may actually the heat may rise up to that thermostat, and it may tell it that it's 76, but the truck isn't really that temperature. The thermostat might be at that point at some point, but that's just because that vent is so close to where the thermostat is. The rest of the truck, like against the walls and when I'm laying in the bunk, it really doesn't feel like that. It's probably closer to 68, maybe 70. There are times when it's gotten warmer, but that's usually because it has warmed up outside since I've started the bunk heater. But tonight it's only 19 degrees when I pulled in here, and that's in Missouri, so it's cold right now. So I will have it running all night long. Alright, well, that's all I have about the bunk heater. That was a question, like I said, from a viewer. I will take questions. If you want to see something or whatever, just let me know, and I'll address it at some point. I can't say I'll get to it right away, and it takes a while to get videos edited and posted and everything. I will say one thing: you don't need me to go through pre-trips and stuff like that. If you want to see a pre-trip, there's a zillion of them online. Some of them are state specific, and it's really hard. I don't need to redo work that other people have done exactly. But if it's something I can do, I will. I don't want to take the time to walk you through a pre-trip when somebody's already doing that online, and they're doing a good job. There's some really good videos doing that. Plus, like I said, may be different for your state. Some things you need to mention or touch or do in my state we wouldn't have to. So it may be different for where you're at. All right, that's it. Keep watching. If you would, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hey, go to my Facebook page, like it, go to my Twitter and follow me. Everything helps. I'm going to try to get some better equipment. There's a few things I've decided I want to do. I want to have a camera on my dash that's running every minute that I'm running, because I missed an accident that I was in. I've witnessed many other accidents that have happened ahead of me, actually happening, and haven't been able to catch those on video. So to buy, equipment, it costs money. And if you subscribe and you watch my videos and encourage other people to do it, hey, share it with somebody else, then eventually I do get some money built up in my account. It's a long, slow process, but over time I want to try to improve what we're doing here. So that's it. That's all I got. Y'all keep that dirty side down. Take it easy.